Hello everyone, welcome back again. My name is Jesse, and in this wonderful and exciting tutorial, we're trying to explore a very nice package called Safety, which is useful when you want to try and then scan and check your application for vulnerabilities, right? Mostly for Python. So let's see how to work with it. So the basic idea of Safety is like this. Safety has some repository somewhere, some database somewhere, which has been updated with a lot of vulnerabilities. And then with Safety, you can scan your application, right? Your Python application. You can scan the requirement.txt file to see if there's any vulnerability in any of the packages that you use to build your project, any of the dependencies. Or you can also use Safety to scan your environment, right? Your local environment, your production environment, your development environment for any vulnerabilities concerning Python dependencies. And you can also incorporate Safety in a CI/CD pipeline, which is very useful for SaaS. That is static analysis or static application security testing. So which is very, very useful for static code analysis and to make your code more secure. So let's see how to work with Safety. So in case you don't have, you can just go back to your workspace and then install it with pip install Safety, right? So it's going to install it. I have it already, so it's already installed on my system. And then inside my location here, I have my application, right? So I have my requirements.txt file, and I want to be able to try and see if there's any vulnerabilities within my application. So that is the first step here. So you can check it out with Safety. It's a CLI, Safety, dash help, and then it's going to list what you can do. So you can check and find vulnerabilities in Python dependencies at the target. You can also generate boilerplate, you can do the rest, right? So you start with the first one. So Safety check, then I'm going to pass in my requirement.txt file -r, and it's going to scan the entire stuff and see if there's any vulnerabilities. And you can see that it found some vulnerabilities within my application. So, and this thing is based on a particular database, right? So it's an open source vulnerability database. So this is the first one. So we had vulnerability for Django. Although I'm using Django 4.1, there is a known vulnerability. We're going to specify the specs, the advice, right? And you can also check this one out. If I copy this and I go to here, I can see the release, right? Which is very interesting. And you can read the SV security vulnerability database, right? You can see all the issues about it. You can even go deeper to learn about how to fix it, right? Which is very useful. It also gives you what you're supposed to do, right? Very cool. So upgrade to a commercial license or something. Yeah. So that is the basic understanding. Now, that is the first option. You can use this option in case you have multiple. And also use this option here instead of the I can also go with file, right, or F. And then with the F, you can also, or the file, you can also specify that, okay, I want to check this particular file, right? I think it's also going to scan the entire stuff, right? So either you use this option here or use this option. Any of them is going to work. So in case you have two requirements, right, different file, how do you do that? You can also do the same thing. So let's say let me create another one. So pip, before I create one, let's try this approach. You can also pipe Safety straight to pip freeze. So let's pipe it. So Safety check, and now it's also going to scan. It's going to scan my system, get all the vulnerabilities, and then also give me the check, right? So you can also use this approach, which is very cool. Right, wow, that is quite a lot. It's quite a lot on the system. Okay, so that is one of them. So I'll activate my virtual environment. So source vnv bin activate, and I want to create another one. So pip freeze. I want to create what do you call it? Another one. So let's go to requirement.dev, right? Or requirement dev.txt, and then one is for production. So in case I have two, one for production and one for development, I can also use Safety to work on it. So deactivate. I'm using Safety that I've installed globally. Then I can just go with check -r, then my requirement.txt -r, then my requirements dev. So in case I have multiple, I can also do it one at a time together. It's going to scan both of them, right? So it's going to scan the first one and scan the second one, right? So scanning these two files is going to give you the result, right? Very cool. That is how to use safety. Now let's see one aspect of safety in case you also want to scan your environment. You have seen how to scan your requirements. You also want to scan your production or dev environment. How do you do that? You can just go back again. So if I go with safety check without any arguments, right, and I go with dot, there is without any arguments, it's going to scan my entire system. That is my system for every vulnerability, which is very fast. Wow, that is quite a lot. So my system has some packages, not this particular project, but the entire system, right? So these are the vulnerabilities there, which is quite interesting, scary. Okay, so let's see another stuff you want to do. So I also want to get the results that I have into a file, right? You can get the results of your scanning into a file by going with output. Then you specify the particular output. So the output can be a test file. Then you can pipe it to the particular test file. So in that case, I can call that, say, report.txt. So this is one of the ways you can get your result output into a particular file, right? I'm going to scan the result and put inside my output file. So if I go back to my reports, so this is the result, right? Perfect. In case you don't want to use this option and you want to use JSON, you can also do the same thing. In case you want it as a JSON file, so you can just go with JSON. It's going to scan it and then give you your result in JSON. So cat reports.json. So now it's in JSON, right? Very cool. So you can use it in several ways. The next thing you can also do is that you, in case you don't want to get all of this information, all of these things, but you want to get the actual package that has vulnerabilities, you can just do it like this. Then you go with bear output bear, and it's going to only specify the package that has vulnerability, right? So output bear will specify, okay, Django is having some vulnerabilities, right? That is how to do that. In case you don't want to get all the detailed information, you can also go and get full report with full report, which is going to give you a lot of information, which is like the previous one. So that is how to use safety on requirement.txt file in production environment. You can also do the same thing for your CI/CD, right? By just including it in your CI/CD, like how we did it here. So thank you for watching this tutorial. In case you have any question or contribution, you can put in the comment section below. You can also actually visit these CVE. So I can copy this one and actually visit it on the official website, right? And you can get information about it, the resources that you want to know more about for the project. You can actually check it out and see how to exploit it and how to fix it. That is some of the cool stuff with safety. So thank you for watching. See you another time. Stay blessed.